Good morning, year 7. Hope you are well. It's quite strange. It's my first assembly being done back in school because, as probably you know, quite a few of us are now back in school. And I've just been reading about possibilities of having you in before the end of term. So only like one at a time and so on, but we'll let you know about that. Word of the week is mellifluous. Mellifluous, it comes from the Greek meaning of flowing like honey, and you use it about a voice or about music. So really it means like sounding or flowing like honey. So keep that in mind because we will be going on to something about music later on. Because I'm not at home, I haven't got my speaker with me, so I'm just going to put my link to Lightning Hopkins as a link on the assembly. I will talk a little bit about the artist though. I'm not entirely sure how you say the name, but Emily Kame Kangaware. She's an Aboriginal artist. She was an Aboriginal artist. You will see as we go through the years that I like paintings like this. I've always kept my eye open for abstract art. I really enjoy abstract art. There were always, when I was younger, like your age, I had a plan for releasing my albums, and when I was going to release my albums, in the old days of big 12-inch vinyl records, I had my plans on a whole series of abstract art paintings. So Emily Kangaware was one of the people I had in mind. I'm going to carry on talking about music and the arts quite a bit today. I mean, we go on a lot about working hard and about science and technology in the school, but my assemblies, you'll see there's a lot of art, there's a lot of music. I think they're an important part. I found this quote on the internet yesterday. So I'm just going to read it through. The arts matter because they are the one thing on this planet with the power to change a person's perspective, mood, assumptions, beliefs, and ideas. They can transform a place, represent the community, take you back in time, or move you forward into the future. Help a person understand from where they came and where they are headed, and grapple with the beauty and certainty of all that occurs in between. Nothing else in the world has that kind of power and responsibility. Well, I'm not sure about the last line. I think reading and the great novel has that. I suppose that could be the arts. But really the arts, we're talking music, drama, painting, sculpture, all those different things. And they really do make a difference in your life. And I think the more art in your life, the better. And we reflect that normally this time of year by having Arts Week. And as I said in the pre-assembly, we're going to have a virtual Arts Week in the school. And one of the things I want Year 7 to do is to think about performing in the ashtival. Reasons why it's particularly useful to you. Oops. It's been a bit difficult this morning doing this at school, not doing it at home. I've taken this from a guide to what people have to do when they're applying to university, and you write a thing called a UCAS statement, and most of the UCAS statement is about why you love your subject, why you want to go to a particular university to do a particular course. There's always a bit that people put at the end though, where it makes your chance to show why you're interesting and unique, and what I see in successful ones of those are things outside of the curriculum, so particularly things like sports and music, drama and other sorts of things. So I can see some of you in 5 years' time putting in your UCAS statement. I've enjoyed performing, and I have performed in several things at school, for example, our ashtival, and you talk about the things you've done there. And it's important to the good university for you to do these things because it shows more about you than just that you're good at reading and good at learning. good at doing your subject, because they're looking for a bit more than that. I mean, partly they're interesting and unique, but also these things on the right over here, that you made a contribution, you have depth, you have creativity, you have imagination, that you are brave and can perform in public, that you can work with other people, that you're prepared to go and practice and concentrate, that you can listen to feedback and improve. So universities want you to do all those sorts of things. Colleges do. When you're applying to apprenticeships, whatever you're applying to, those are important things to have. So Ashcroft will always give you opportunities to get involved and do these sorts of things, and it's good to see so many praise emails for you getting involved and doing these sorts of things. Let me show you what ashtival looks like. Most years we do it in the grass outside Mayfield Mansions. Sometimes if it's looking a bit rainy, we might have to do it inside the hall, but you can see the sorts of things going on. It might be singing, dancing, orchestras, choirs. There is, if you look down the bottom corner, you will see me. We always have a staff band playing, and it's a great day. And I would like to do a virtual one of these with as many of you as possible contributing by submitting something online. Now, I'm quite open to what you want to contribute. If you want to do some dancing, either on your own or one of these sort of TikTok team things, I'm happy to have a little video of that. I'm happy to have things like circus tricks and juggling and those sorts of things, or magic. Usually it is dominated by music and singing and dancing. But I'm happy if you want to do other things and you've got an idea where you can do a performance, or if you want to record something. So if you want to do something on GarageBand, that's all right. I'm also happy to have paintings or sculptures or other things you've made, because I can put that into a big video as well. If you want to do football skills, you've got anything you want to do. If you want to do the Rubik's Cube, anything you want to do that's going to impress and entertain other people, I'm prepared to have it in the virtual ashtival. And so I wrote down a few things. This is not a complete list, but some things that you could consider. And it is not compulsory. You can do it, you do not have to do it. So music, art, painting, dance, photography, animation, some spoken word, some poetry, performance art, instrumental, singing, comedy, any of those sorts of things. Doesn't need to be long, a minute or two is what I would say. And you put your stuff together, and then you've got I think about 3 or 4 weeks to work on this before you need to submit it online to me. So I have said, I think, to have it with me by the 5th of July. So anything you can do, put it down to the 5th of July, and I'll put it into one big compilation to show right at the very end of term. So if you don't want to appear, you can do singing and just record the sound, or you can just play the piano or the guitar, whatever it is, and record it. I've got a few things that I'll put in over the next few weeks to remind you about these, so keep an eye open for it and listen to the ones that are there. Okay, good to see some of you involved in lessons this week. Do keep it up. Every lesson is important now, so keep going. And hopefully I will see some of you before the end of term. I will speak to you next week.